Hello, everybody. This is Matthew from Koreaboo back with another Market Watch. Today is Friday, January the 22nd, and we're just going to be reviewing some of the things we went over in the last 2 weeks and also some new things that have kind of caught my attention. Now, first, we're going to talk about the obvious that everyone's still crazy about Shining Fates. So, if you look on TCG Player, the prices of these Elite Trainer boxes are still going up. Which isn't surprising. It's been pretty hard to get a hold of these from what I can tell. Even these premium collections are also selling for I would pretty ridiculous amounts of money. The Elite Trainer box is at $130 right now. Now I want to preface this with also showing that you can still get them on eBay for $100 if you're really determined to pay for one of these things. Again, though, you need to try contacting your local LGS if you really want to try and get these around MSRP. You might not be able to get a whole bunch of them, but a lot of LGSs will be willing to give out one or two around MSRP if you just talk to them and if you're nice to them. So that's my general suggestion. I do not suggest paying $100 or $130 for this. This is coming in, I believe, 4 waves. So if you don't get it this time, you might be able to get it on the next wave for a cheaper price. And also just check your big box stores because they're going to be stocking these things in waves. They're not going to put everything they get out on the day of the release. I know my Walmart, sometimes they'll stock 2 days before it's even out or a week afterwards. And then they'll do rolling kind of stocking. So you just need to keep a vigilant eye out. Next, we're going to be looking at the Pikachu VMAX. This thing has been steadily rising, I believe. Right now we're at $400. There's one seller below $400. We call that a motivated seller, and then very quickly you get into the 400s and 450s. So these things are, I believe there's less on the market than last week as well. So these things are selling out as the supply of Vivid Voltage is drying out, as you'll see. Here, the prices of booster boxes are going sky high. So we're seeing around $225 for a booster box, and I think on eBay last week you could snag one of these for about $160. So these things are really going crazy. So this ship, it seems to have sailed. I remember last week we checked on these Elite Trainer boxes and they were $45. Now they're over $60. So if you're trying to get your hands on Vivid Voltage, you got to do it fast because the supply is drying up and we don't know when more are coming out. Next, we'll move on to Champion's Path, and the Elite Trainer boxes are staying pretty similar to where they've been. I think they're a little bit more expensive now. They're around $80. Again, I believe this is going to get reprinted again towards the end of the year. So if you can hold out, I would suggest holding out because the price will dip again when it does come out. But this is the only place to get these next 2 cards. The Charizard VMAX Secret, which there were a couple of sellers, I believe, last week, a little bit under 300, but those have quickly cleared out. And we're very quickly moving into this 305, 310, 320 range. So as I was suggesting, these are just going to keep going up. They're going to keep going up until the reprint comes out. Then they might drop a little bit, but they're not going to drop a lot. I don't expect you'll ever be able to pick these up for $200. They might drop a little bit below 300, but the pull rates on these are still really rare. So if you're going to pick one of these up, don't open products, just buy it. I know, we all love opening product. I mean, I'm opening product to try and get it, but if ultimately in the long run, you're going to save a lot of money if you just buy the cards you want. So I would suggest picking that up sooner rather than later. It's just going to keep climbing. Next, we have the Charizard V Secret, the shiny one. Now, this one is also sticking pretty similar to where it was, but also kind of slowly climbing. I believe there was a couple around the 285 range, and now we're seeing only 2 under 295, 300. So this is also very quickly drying up. And these are all from not new sellers. These aren't the the ones with the little check marks. Those are coming in around 310. So again, with these, as I predicted, they're slowly going to creep up. They'll drop a little bit when the reprints hit, but I don't expect you'll ever pick up this card for under $200. So you might be able to find, I've seen some sellings on eBay go for about $280. So if you're diligent, you might be able to pick one up on eBay. But if you don't want to deal with the hassle, I would just go through TCG Player. Now, we haven't looked at Darkness Ablaze yet, but I've seen people talking about this a little bit more. I know that at first people weren't really hot on it, and it's one of the cheaper booster boxes you can pick up right now. It's around $155. I think it's been slowly going up as the supplies running out. And the reason is, with the Charizard hype, people are getting really hot on this Charizard V Max. I've seen people trying to grade these and selling the PSA 10s on eBay, and they're going for a lot of money. You can pick up some near mints for around $85, $90. So I would suggest, honestly, just picking it up if you want it. Like, don't buy a box trying to pull it. It costs less than the box. It costs less than the Elite Trainer box. These are just gone. Like, these just don't exist anymore. These are, ridiculous prices. These are almost as much as Shining Fates. These cost more than Champion's Path, and the Champion's Path is arguably a better product. So if you're going to go with Elite Trainer box, Vivid Voltage or Champion's Path, stay away with Darkness Ablaze. If you just want to be able to crack a decent product, the booster boxes aren't too expensive, but if you're really just Charizard hunting, just go ahead and buy it. And the last thing we're looking at TCG players, just doing a quick review of Rebel Clash. This is kind of one of the least exciting sets in recent time. You can pick up a booster box for around $120, so this is the cheapest booster box you can really pick up right now. The Elite Trainer boxes are selling around $40. You can get those for that much at the big box stores, and the prices are basically being held. There's like 2 cards that would get you your money back in an Elite Trainer box. So if you want to open volume, this is the best product to open if you just really like opening packs, or like you're doing daily pack openings, or just trying to keep your kids happy. This would be the set I'd be going with. I would just pick up a box of this, but you're not going to be pulling anything worth money, but you will be picking lots of things that are very pretty. There's lots of decent pulls in the $20 to $40 range. There's like 10 cards here. So it's like kind of like moderate excitement. You're not going to get, the jaw-dropping like shiny Charizard pull, but you're going to be getting, decent pulls every once in a while. Now we're going to be moving over to eBay. We're going to be looking at some of the listings that one of my friends asked me to take a look into, and I thought you guys might be interested in as well. These are all cards that he has. So I've been watching them for him, and we've got a Pokemon Blaine's Charizard. This is the first edition, so yeah, this is first edition. This isn't what most Blaine's Charizards would sell for, but the PSA 8 sold for over $1,000. So this is, a lot of money, obviously. I think the normal Blaine's Charizards sell for around $500 in this kind of rating, so this first edition stamp basically doubling the price. And I'm only showing listings, so there are loads of 1 listings, but these are ones that have actually gone through. These haven't been retracted. We know this sale has been made. Next, this is something that might be more likely for you guys to have, or something that you might want to pick up if you just want to have one of these original Charizards. I believe this is a base set 2 Charizard. It's heavy play, so it does, have a lot of love on it, but it sold for around, $120. So this is something even if you have one of these and it's beat up and you thought, it's not worth anything, that's not true. You can still get over $100 for your beat up Charizards. So if you're looking to flip them, this is definitely an avenue for you guys to follow through with. Next, these Charizard V promos from the Champion's Path ETBs have been going kind of crazy. I know that last week I was seeing PSA 10s sell for $160. This seems to be calming down a little bit, so the PSA 9s are going for a little bit over $60. And I'm glad to see that, because I thought it was kind of absurd that they were selling for so much anyway. It's a pretty easy to get promo, and it's a promo. I guess, the PSA 10s are obviously going to cost a lot more, because with promos, PSA 10s are a lot harder to get because they're kind of loose in those ETBs and can get shaken around a lot. They're also mass produced, so their quality control usually isn't as good on them. We've got 2 more listings that we're looking at. We've got the Legendary Collection Reverse Foil PSA 9. This is a card that my friend brought to me. He actually has it. He showed it to me, and I held it. So he was looking at potentially selling it, so I started looking at some of these listings. And PSA 9s selling for almost $4,500. So it's a little bit of an investment. You gotta, spend the $200 to send it off to PSA, but if you can get it back in a good grade, it definitely seems worth it. And the last one, so this was a 9.5 of the same card. This one sold for over $8,000. And I thought this was unusual because usually BGS like 9.5 wouldn't be worth as much as a PSA 9. So this listing's actually from before this other one. So I'm surprised that this went for 8K and that other one only went for a little bit over 4K. So maybe BGS is actually, in the last couple of weeks, his reputation has been improving, or people are actually taking it more seriously. So this is something to keep an eye on too. If you have one of these, like, definitely get your Legendary Collection Charizards graded if you have them, or hold on to them and take good care of them because it seems like they're only going up. Just a quick reminder that I do have a giveaway going on at 100 subscribers. If you go check out my Instagram at Koreaboo_Corona, there'll be details to that in one of my posts. Also, I want to say thank you to all of you who are watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. We hit over 50 subscribers this week, and I'm super excited about that. And we just got over 1,000 followers on Instagram. So I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you guys. And I'm going to keep trying to make content that you guys enjoy. So just let me know what it is that you want to see, and I can do my best to do that for you guys. But that's all I've got for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.